So clever. Wow, I'm at a low bit rate. Let me improve it a little bit. Oh my gosh, I think I'm live! It's happening. It's actually live now. That's amazing! Can you believe it? You can't even believe it, guys. You can't even believe it. It's time. Ah! I have so many tabs. It's a problem. I have way too many tabs open for this mission. Is it not HD? Oh gosh, wow. Tabs open for this. I shorted out my own Wi-Fi. You hate to see it. This mission. Is it not HD? Good. Oh gosh, wow. Okay, maybe if I, like, move my internet router, like, closer, that would help a lot. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully? I don't know! Oh. How is everyone on this extremely lovely Saturday? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you are all doing as well as humanly possible. Oh boy. Hello. Oh no. Is this coming out as a video? Wait, why can't I not see the chat? Coming out as a weeb video. Heck yeah. I am now officially a weeb. I like all weeb stuff. Wow, that background noise is awful. Oh my goodness, that is the worst background noise ever. How do I fix that? That's the problem. My mic is, like, really bad, but, like, for some reason it picks up, like, the most irrelevant noises. Okay. Guess I'm just gonna have to turn it off. Okay, I guess we'll just turn my AC off. It's fine. I'm cold anyway. If you can hear my own audio, that's because I'm listening to it. I have, like, the worst setup for a voice actor ever, because, like, my AC is right next to my computer, so it's super loud, and, like, my setup is, like, my desk is underneath my bunk bed, so, like, it creates this, like, echo thing, and it's, like, really not great. Also, my Wi-Fi is just not good. What the heck's going on here? Why is it... Oh, it's a black... What? What the heck? Okay, my internet's getting better. Let me just lower the bitrate, because it's going to be, like, one static image for most of the stream. Oh, boy. Gonna chat. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the tier list. Oh, boy. Gonna rank. How many is this? This is like 25, I think. I don't even know how many this is. It's like 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 anime. Oh boy. That is quite a large number of anime. That is quite a large number, if I do say so myself. And we're gonna talk about all of them in excruciating detail. Maybe not excruciating detail, but in a decent amount of detail. What is that? I muted the YouTube video and it still played. That's so annoying. It's on mute. Okay. The time has come to rank all of these. I don't even know where to begin. No, we're gonna go in order. That's where we're gonna begin. So I'm gonna start off with some. I included some animes that I saw before 2023, because I only ever saw like 5 anime before I went to Japan. And I know that sounds weird, because like stuff that you'd expect from like a prepubescent boy isn't here. Like I guess Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I never saw it. It never interested me. I don't know why. It just never piqued my curiosity. I don't know what else a Filipino boy in the early 2000s and 2010s would watch. I guess like maybe Naruto. I don't know. I was never an anime guy. I was always like a Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls kind of like geek. I guess total drama as well. But you know, the very first thing I ever saw was Pokemon, because you know I played the games and that was what was on Cartoon Network. And it was the Diamond and Pearl games, the Sinnoh games, because that was what was relevant. No, it wasn't even relevant. This was like 2011. We were already in the next region of Pokemon, but they showed the old one because you know the Philippines is behind, right? I remember when the Bill Cipher episode came out in Gravity Falls, and in Asia it didn't come out for like 2-3 years. So even though the Bill Cipher episode was, I think, 2013, people in 2016 were like, "Oh my God, Bill Cipher, he's real!" And I was like, "That episode came out like 3 years ago, guys. What are you on about?" I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, no. So it's very behind. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I'm including this just so that there's like a basis to base my opinions off of. But no, this one like I don't even know what to say, because I like it because I played the games, but it's not good. It's fine. I'll put it like a 5. It's like the Pokemon anime has just never been the best. I don't know. It feels very shallow. Like if you like the creatures in Pokemon, that's great. But you know, even as a young lad, I was like, wow, this is not interesting. It's just like, go Pokemon, use Thunderbolt. I don't know. I just never liked the Pokemon anime, so it goes in 5. I remember like when I got into Pokemon, that's when like all my classmates got out of Pokemon, so I would get like bullied. They'd be like, "You like Pokemon, you loser!" And I was like, "What? You guys were into Pokemon like a month ago? What happened?" It was so sad. I remember me and my sisters would like every day, at like I think 7 p.m. we would watch an episode of Pokemon, because it was like serialized. They would show one episode at a time, and it was awesome. It was a simpler time. I think I only saw like the first like 2 seasons of Pokemon as well. So yeah, that's it. We got a lot to get through. So I'm gonna speed run through these ones. Danganronpa, the anime, the first anime at least. It is not good. It is very, very not good. A lot of people. I remember when Danganronpa was starting to get big in 2014, 2015. Like a lot of the outsiders were like, "Oh, we got to get into this. We need to understand why it's this big phenomenon." And for some reason, no one ever thought to say, by the way, it's not a it's not a show, it's a game. You have to play the game first. I guess everyone just assumed it was an anime. Like you can go to a lot of people in the in communities, and you'll just ask if they don't know Danganronpa. You just ask them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw the anime like 10 years ago. I thought it was garbage." And it is garbage. The Danganronpa 1 anime is just, it's so bad. I feel like you can do so much where you can, you know, get to know the characters more than what the game give you, but like it doesn't do any of that because you only have 12 episodes. It really rushes through everything. People assume Danganronpa is an anime. No, they I don't know. Because like For some reason, I swear, no one ever thought to say, hey, Danganronpa is a visual novel game. It's not an anime. Don't watch the anime. Play the games. And so you just have this... Like, I swear, there's so many people I know that think Danganronpa is just, like, a really crap anime where, like, half the characters are dead by episode 5. And it's just like, what? Like, by the time you get to, you know, in the game, it's the Sakura chapter, half the cast is dead, and you, like, barely know anyone. It's like, why are we rushing through this? This should be, like, a... You know, maybe like a 20, 30 episode season where you get to know all the characters, you know, all the deaths are dramatic, you get like behind the scenes content that wasn't in the games because you can do so much more. But no, it was just a, you know, a shadow of itself. The game is by far better. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. Anyone, I don't like the first game, Danganronpa, I really don't. And it's not because of Celeste, it's because I just don't like the pacing. But the anime was just, ugh. I regret watching it. This was in 2016, I want to say, because I wanted to get into it. I saw it, and I was just like, wow, this is garbage. It's so bad. It's just like, I don't know any of these characters, and they're like, all of them are like already dead, pretty much. And so that's why I didn't get into Danganronpa until 2021, when I got the games, and I introduced it to Daniel and Shah, of course, and we played it on the channel. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, if anyone was like, hey, it's a game, it's not anime, then that would have helped a lot. I would have probably gotten into Danganronpa way sooner, way earlier, but no, everyone failed to mention that. Next up, we have Beastars, and the reason why this was one of, like, this is the only anime I saw before 2023 that is a not based on a video game, I guess. And the reason why is because one of my classmates is a furry. One of my old high school classmates was a furry, and he really liked the wolf character. Like, he really likes wolves. There's an anime movie, I think, called Wolf Children that he keeps on talking about. I don't know what it's about, but he was, like, such a big furry, and he would keep on recommending Beastars, and I was like, you know, I like Zootopia, I'll check it out. I saw Beastars, and it's hard to explain Beastars. It's very hard to explain Beastars, because there's a lot of scenes that, like, if you're not like an anime watcher, you'll be like, that's very inappropriate. A lot of them have to do with the rabbit character. The rabbit character is, you know how rabbits are known for, like, multiplying? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I liked. This is the first one that challenged me, because obviously Pokemon, that's for kids. Danganronpa was crap. This is the first one that I was like, okay, so anime is more adult than you'd expect, right? You can't say bad words or have these super romantic scenes in Western animation. Right, other than, you know, adult, like, you know, stuff like Rick and Morty and Family Guy and all that stuff, but like here, this is the first time where I was like, okay, this medium, animation medium, isn't just for kids. It's very wow, and like, I like the animal character. I really love Zootopia, so seeing like this world with all the anime characters, with all the animal characters, sorry, and you know, it's predator versus prey. It's kind of like a dramatic irony murder mystery, because you know, I'm gonna try my best not to spoil any of these shows. I guess I'm gonna try my best, but I don't know, it was kind of like murder mystery, theater kids, animals. And these are like all stuff I enjoy. So I actually did like this. I remember when season 2 came out, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I've been like, this is the one anime I watched, and there's a season 2. And I saw season 2 and I was like, wow, that is not as good as season 1. But you know what? And like, I feel like I'm going to say that for a lot of these shows, that season 1 is always like, is more often than not like better. By the time they hit season 2, maybe like production is slower. Maybe they're like, you know, pandering towards audiences. Maybe they want to rush. But yeah, no, season 1 was like, this was the first time I ever genuinely saw an anime that's not like for kids or garbage. So I'm gonna put this at like 7. Next up we have Ace Attorney, and I saw this in 2021, or was it 2022? It might have been 20. You know, I think it was 2021. I played the games for the first time in 2021, and I introduced it to Daniel in 2022, in early 2022. In between the interim, I was like, I like this universe. I want to know more about the characters. I want to see, you know, these things in motion, right? And Ace Attorney was very, like, not super interesting, because, like, it's the same thing, but animated and quicker and less nuanced. Because it's not a video game anymore. You're watching these people solve the cases. It's like, you're not finding the contradictions. The characters just kind of come up with the contradictions and solve them immediately. So it's not nearly as fun as the games. But, you know, I love Ace Attorney so much. I love the characters. A lot of the characterization I give for characters like Gumshoe and Look At Me and Matt On Guard and all that stuff comes from the anime. So, I don't know. I can't hate this, even though it's not amazing. I don't know. Where would I put Ace Attorney? I don't know. I'm gonna put it at I'm gonna put it at 6. It's okay, and there are a few Ace Attorney episodes of the anime where they really like show you the background of these characters that isn't in the game. You know, there's an episode where it's just Phoenix and Pearl on the beach. There's an episode where it's Phoenix, Larry, and Edgeworth. They're like little kids, and Manfred von Karma adopts Edgeworth. There's a whole case that is original to the anime, and because it's structured not to copy the games, but it's structured to where you can solve it within the scope of the anime. It's really interesting. So there's it's not too much. There's only like 6 episodes that are anime original content, but those episodes are pretty good. I just wish that it was like more, and like if they release an Apollo Justice anime and a lot of the episodes are just kind of fillery where you get to know Apollo and Clavier and Trucy in their past, I would love that. That would be amazing. Like I don't want just a 1-to-1 recreation of the games, but worse. I want to get to know these characters more. Danganronpa has an anime, but it started out as a video game. No, and I played the Danganronpa games, or we played them on the channel, and I played V3 as well off screen. I'm just ranking these because I saw the Danganronpa 1 anime before I even played the games. Like I think like 6 years before I even played the games, and I thought it was garbage. I was like, wow, this is horrible. Yeah, no, it's very bad. I regret watching it. It's so bad. I love Danganronpa though, the franchise, the game series. Apollo Justice would be a great anime because the trials are the weakest part and the core story is the strongest. Yeah, I know. The character, my favorite, one of my favorite cases, me, Daniel, and Shaw all agree that Turnabout Corner is like really good, not because the case is good, but because Apollo, Trucy, and Clavier are also funny, and Hobo Phoenix are also funny in the case. It's just like even if the case itself is bad, the characters are just like, oh, it's so fun to just be these really silly characters. Next up, we have Danganronpa. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like the End of Hope's Peak Academy or something like that. And a lot of people don't like this anime. I thought, it's not that good because it's supposed to end the trilogy that was set up in Trigger Happy Havoc and Danganronpa 2. And I think that the third anime was very unfocused, I guess. It introduces a lot of new characters, puts the new characters in a death game. But because you don't really know these characters, you don't really care about them when they die, especially when you could have focused on the survivors of the first game of Trigger Happy Havoc. You could have and also it's split into two. It's split into two where the first half is like kind of a sequel to Danganronpa 2 and the other is a prequel to Danganronpa 1, I guess. And I feel like neither of them are super focused. I miss Turnabout Corner, super hilarious. Yeah, that's the one with the harmonica and Waki Kitaki. I think the Danganronpa anime is a perfect example of a summary of how a story cannot convey the same feelings as experiencing in full. There's a lot of things lost. Yeah, there are a lot of things lost in adaptation. And I understand that a lot of these animes on the list come from manga. So there will inevitably be things that are lost, but it's a 30-hour game put into like 12 very short episodes. It's like there's no way to show all the fun of Danganronpa. The Danganronpa 3 was a game. Yeah, I wish it was a game. Like if it was a game, that would have been a pretty interesting game, I would say. Like, especially because now you have, like, 30, 40 hours to spend with the characters instead of just, 12 episodes. Yeah, no, I think Danganronpa 2 could have been an amazing anime because the characters are so silly, so goofy. Like, you don't... Like, it would have been nice to get to know, let's say, Gundam or Ibuki or something like that, but because they're so silly, that fits more with an anime, right? Just because they're very cartoony. You just need to go, oh, my 4 dark days of destruction! Over and over again, I guess. I don't know. Whereas the characters in Danganronpa 1 are very, like, layered. It's like you need more time with them. You can't just do 12 episodes of the Danganronpa 1 characters. You need, like, a full, 30-episode anime. The Danganronpa 2 characters are a lot more goofy, so I feel like you can get away with it, and it'd still be, like, a really funny show, but it's a shame they didn't do, too. I watch Danganronpa every day. Really? Nice. What, like the games or the anime? But yeah, no, Danganronpa 3, I don't hate it. I don't think it's the worst thing. Like, especially because I'm not attached. I would imagine that if you grew up with the games and you waited like 3 years for the conclusion of the trilogy and it ended up being this, you'd probably be disappointed. But because I don't have that nostalgia, I didn't need to wait that long. I can just binge it all like pretty quickly. I don't hate it. I think like the scenes with the game characters are cute. The scenes with the new characters are kind of like, I don't really care about you. I don't know you. I'm gonna put it at 5. I'm gonna put it under Pokemon. I'm gonna put it at 4. I think that's fair. I think there was so much more they could have done, and it ended up being not like the greatest, but it really could have been so much better. I'm the same in that sense. No, if it was anime, I would watch it instead of 5 6 mysteries. Yeah, which works a lot more for an anime. It needed those 24 episodes though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ryota, he's the anime guy, the anime creator. He's pretty great, but it's like, I just wish, I don't know, he would have benefited a lot from a lot of changes to the show. I wish it was like it wasn't split into two. If it was just one or the other. Anyway, now that's all of the pre-2023 anime. Now we're gonna get into the anime that I watched over the last year or so, the last 365 days. As I said, I only watched like 5 shows for the first like 20 years of my life. These, I think it's 19. I saw these 19 over the course of one single year, and I know, like, yeah, I have an unhealthy amount of free time, but not all of these I watched that long. I really need to get back into watching anime. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of these. There really was a burnout period for a lot of these. I think you can see that some of these are like banger after banger after banger, and then there's like slow decline, and I take a break for like a month or 2 or 3 because I'm so burnt out. But yeah. So the first one on the list is Little Witch Academia, and the reason why this was the very first I ever saw as a beginner, I guess, was because my friends Daniel and Shaw kept on talking about a character. I think her name is Diana Cavendish. I think Daniel used to have a crush on her when he was like a little boy, and I think Shaw likes her because she's like cool. I guess she's kind of like Dawn from Total Drama, but really, really like posh, I guess. I need to read the Chainsaw Man anime, and I need to read part 2 as well as watch the anime. I'll get to my thoughts on Chainsaw Man later, but yeah. So Little Witch Academia was the first one, and it wasn't for me. Obviously, it's more catered towards younger girls, and I still thought it was great. I still thought it was very, fun spirited. It had this really interesting combination of its like old school Disney mixed with Harry Potter, because they're all witches and flying on broomsticks and all that stuff, and the animation of like old Looney Tune cartoons, and like I think that is great, but it wasn't for me as someone who, was only starting to get into anime. It didn't really challenge me. This is like I might as well be watching like the Owl House or Amphibia or Phineas and Ferb. Like it's not anything unique, so it didn't really pull me in. I think I dropped it after about 6 episodes. This is, and it's weird. This is probably the shortest lived one. This is the only one that I only saw for like maybe 6 episodes, then I quit. Everything else I got to either finish it or watch at least like 12-ish episodes. But yeah, Little Witch Academia, this is the only one that I kind of dropped pretty quickly. It's not even bad. It just like as a first one ever, it just didn't really do anything for me. So I'm gonna put it under Ace Attorney. You dropped Little Witch Academy. Yeah, this is the only one that I really like dropped like immediately. That I didn't finish a full season of. I need to watch Little Witch Academy. Yeah, watch Little. What's BNA? What's that? I don't know what that is. Love that weirdo. Gurren. Wait, I'm gonna Google it. I don't know what that is. Gurren Lagann. Oh, okay. I don't know what this is, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about my plans for the next year or so because I have a list of stuff that I have been recommended or I think is pretty good. Thoughts on Assassination Classroom? That's the second one. So So Little Witch Academia was technically the first, but Assassination Classroom is the actual first. I saw every episode of it. I saw the. So this was during a time where because I thought I would get like picked on if I watched the English dub of these things. So I watched the subtitled version on Netflix as well, where the audio is Japanese and it is subtitled. And I thought that and the joke name that I call it is Ass Class because Assassination Classroom Ass Class. Because this is coming off of me, I just, talking about Danganronpa, the school setting is very interesting. I think that high school settings are kind of my preferred sort of story. All the plays that I've ever, because I'm a playwright, all the plays I've ever written take place in high school. My favorite musical is one that takes place in high school. I don't know, it's just, I don't know if that's weird, but like that's like kind of the genre that I vibe with the most because it's very connected to childhood. That being said, Assassination Classroom really hooked me immediately because it's about killing this like yellow octopus squid guy, Koro Sensei. They have to kill him before the school year ends, and immediately I'm like, okay, now I'm being challenged because again, Little Witch Academia might as well be on Disney Channel, but this one it's like they pull out the guns to kill their teacher. That's amazing. He's gonna blow up the moon, right? That is amazing. Ass Class, yeah, that's what I called it. I think Assassination Classroom is really the only one on this list that I saw in full in Japanese. Like I didn't see the English dub at all. I should have. That would have made it easier. But yeah, a lot of fans called ass class. Ass class. I really like this anime. I thought that it really challenged a lot of what you expect from high school stuff. It's very inappropriate at times, actually. There's one character that's just fan service. But despite all that, it's very heartfelt. I like how it's really the bond between classmates, which is good because my high school didn't have that. My high school, everyone hated each other. My high school is similar to the high school in the next anime that I'll be talking about, Saiki K, but we're going to get into that later. I don't know, I just really enjoyed the themes of it. My biggest complaint is that you don't really get to know the characters. There's like 30 students, and you really only get to know like 3 or 4 of them. I can't even name any of the other any of the ones not named Nagisa or Karma. I can't name any of them. They like some of them get like days in the limelight where they get like an episode to themselves, but that's about it. It's like you have 30 students and you barely know any of them. Like they're all just kind of caricatures. Like I know Danganronpa, we joke about how we don't really know Asahina or Hagakure or like Kazuichi that well, but like Assassination Classroom, there's so many that just exist. It doesn't need to be 30 students. It could have been like 15. That would have been fine. You just develop like the 15 a decent amount. I think that's something that I really like ensemble casts. So when you have so many students and like you barely know any of them, it's like ugh, it's kind of disappointing. But we got the trio of Nagisa, Karma. Kaede's the yeah, obviously she's a girl, but she's the one with the plot twist. That's right. I remember her. I love all the students. Yeah, they get their time to shine. That's true. My school is full of losers. Yeah, full of losers. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say my favorite character for all these animes. So most of them are in the thumbnail of the video, so spoiler alert. But I'm gonna say all my favorite characters from the animes I saw. For this one, it's Diana Cavendish. She's the only one I really remember, because that's the one Daniel likes. But yeah, it really good dynamics. I loved about it, and I agree. I really wish I got to know the other characters. That makes sense. She's the green one. Yeah, she's the plot twist. Oh yeah, there's the robot one. There's also the quiet one, like the ninja one. But yeah, I don't know. The normal quote unquote students, you barely know them, and there's like 30 of them. It's really heartfelt. I thought the finale was like really good. This is the first anime because again I dropped Witch Academy, so this is the first anime finale I saw, and I was like, wow, that's powerful, man. It's really powerful. I love the teacher. The teacher Koro Sensei, he's so fun. He's like Monokuma, but like not entirely an awful person, I guess. I thought the backstory episode was really good. I loved like I don't even know if you would call them like story arcs, but it just felt natural to go from like, oh, this was the first semester, now it's the second semester. Some of these stories I feel like the arcs kind of transition very weirdly, but as class I felt like it transitioned very naturally. I love the other teacher, the human I forgot his name. He's like the cool one with eyebrows. I don't know his name. Cade, it begins with K, but I don't know his name. But I liked him. He was cool. With the semester thing. Yeah, we'll get to Psychopaths later. That's at like the very end, pretty much. But yeah, no, I liked it. It was for being the starter anime, for being the one that really started my fixation with this. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 8. Oops, that's too high. I'm gonna give it an 8. The reason I'm not giving it a 9 or 10 is the problem is big ensemble cast. You don't really know them. They get like little moments here and there, but that's pretty much it. The premise is really good. The themes are really good. The hook is really really good, but I don't know. And maybe if I watch in English, I would like it a little more because I can like relate to them. I can think of names better. The jokes are more towards my English brain. I guess I don't know. But yeah, also Saiki makes a cameo, and I think that's actually why I started watching Saiki K, is because in one of the episodes Saiki has a cameo, and Saiki K was the first anime that was recommended to me by Sha. She was like, hey, this Saiki K is probably an anime you will like. Let me get the exact text message actually. I think I can pull up the exact text message. So yeah, Assassination Classroom, really, really good. Like, I don't think, like, even though I love the high school genre, I don't think I'll ever watch another high school, I guess they're middle schoolers, they're pretty young, another, like, school type of anime, just because this one, like, already quenched my thirst. I don't think there's any, because, like, some of them are, like, not that good. I know there's one that's just all fan service called, like, High School DxD or something like that. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Give me something wholesome. Yeah, this is the Disasterous Life of Saiki K. I'm like, Sha, give me anime, and she's like, okay, here it is. This Disastrous Life of Saiki K. It's amazing. It fits you. My first comment to her was, why does he have pink hair? It's so funny. Yeah, no, Saiki K was actually my profile pic for quite a while. He was actually my Halloween costume. I have the wig. Like right behind me, actually, I have the Saiki wig because like, you know, he's a lot of people in my school say like I was like, oh yeah, that's a perfect costume for you. Um, so Saiki K is another high school sort of. I know I just said I would never watch another high school anime, but like Assassination Classroom was very wholesome teamwork sort of high school. Saiki K is a very like full of it's full of fucking idiots, and that's hilarious because that was literally my high school. Everyone is so silly and such a dumb goober. I thought it was great. No, but for real, the fact that he is so overpowered that he can like control everything, he knows everything, he controls space time and all that stuff, is just like wow, this is the ultimate power fantasy anime. But also, he's so funny. It's genuinely the funniest anime. I know I watched the English dub, but like I don't really laugh that much. But this show, okay, I don't really laugh when I watch anime that much. When I play games and my friends do silly voices, I laugh a lot. But this, Saiki K, genuinely like the funniest show I've ever seen. No anime has ever topped it. No anime has ever quenched that thirst of like, okay, I want to binge this whole series in like a few days because it's so funny. I want to know what happens next. It's in like the perfect like 4 or 5 minute chunks as well. Like each episode is split into like 5 mini episodes, and that's like the perfect amount of time for these like silly characters. I love it. That's super cool. I absolutely love Saiki K. It's super funny. Agreed. It's filled with goobers. I love Nendo. Oh yeah, right. We need to say our favorite characters for each anime. I don't know. I guess Koro Sensei, the yellow guy, the yellow blob here. He's great. But yeah, no. I'd say, oh man, I'm gonna be boring, and I feel like most of these I'm gonna be boring and say the protagonist. That's the problem. But yeah, no. Saiki is my favorite character in Saiki K. Kaido, Nendo, Saiki. Even though this was my third anime, I already got the general tropes. Like, there's this one guy who's like, he's the sports captain, and there's this one guy who's like, he thinks he's a superhero. Like, I already got the tropes, and I loved how Saiki really deconstructed the tropes. A lot of people say One Punch Man deconstructs like the superhero genre, but I think Saiki K deconstructs the anime medium as a whole, and I think that is the funniest thing ever. Even as someone who only just started, I don't know. I remember like watching it at night. I would just be like, oh my gosh, I want to binge this whole show. Sadly, very sadly, after season 1, season 2 is in Japanese. It's not in English anymore. So a lot of it's very fast paced. So a lot of the jokes, didn't make sense because they were for a Japanese audience, or they were too quick for me to read on the subtitles. So yeah, sadly, I did not really finish season 2 of Saiki K, but season 1 was just absolutely hilarious. I think One Punch Man is weak. Oh yeah, we'll get there. I have some comments on One Punch Man. I have a lot of comments on One Punch Man. You're way too jolly to be Saiki. That's because I like you guys. Like, when I'm in a situation where I don't like people, I become like Byakuya or Saiki, I guess. Oh man, that's what happens when I'm in situations where I don't like you. Daniel's also an example of that, where it's like if he likes you, he's like his usual self, but if he doesn't like you, he'll actually become like nicer to you if he doesn't like you. I don't know why. It's weird. If he doesn't like you, he'll become super nice. It's like, why are you nice? You don't like them. Oh man. I know he's also known to break the fourth wall. Jpeg, a need for Saiki confirmed. I watched one episode. Oh, you should watch more Saiki. It's great. Okay, so yeah, Saiki's my favorite character. Saiki Kaido, Saiki, and Eren has to be my favorites. I'm Saiki K, TBH. For real, I binged the entire season 1. It was so addictive. Yeah, it is. It's the perfect length as well. As I said, it's like 4 mini episodes in the span of like 1 episode, I guess. 4-minute chunks. It's great. I'm gonna put Saiki K as the first 10 out of 10, even though I only saw season 1 and like the Japanese dub of season 2, like a few episodes of the Japanese dub of season 2. It is so funny. I feel like, yeah, S-Class and Saiki K being the first two. Well, I'm not counting Little Witch. The first two. I didn't even complete Saiki K. Okay, being the first 2 that I saw like a full season of was like, dang, off to a great start. Anime has a lot more than just weeb stuff. It can be so much more. If your favorite character is a protagonist, you gotta pick a second favorite. That's true. Okay, that's what I'll do. My second favorite Saiki K is, oh man, I don't know her name, but it's the girl who like everyone like simps over, and she's so like she's so narcissistic. I forgot her name. She kind of looks like, what's her name? Sayaka from Danganronpa. I don't know her name though. She's the one with blue hair. She's funny. Spy Family. Oh boy. I think Fen. Yeah, that's her name, Terahashi. Yeah, she's funny. She's so funny. Kokomi. Yeah, she looks like Sayaka. Spy Family. This one. So, like, in hindsight, I'm looking at it. Yeah, watching Saiki and Spy Family back to back is weird to me. Like in hindsight, because like I feel like these were super influential in my journey, and yet they were like in a row pretty much. But yeah, Spy Family. I usually don't like that kind of stuff where it's like very slice of life, very wholesome, very like. Oh, okay, I say that I watch Assassination Classroom, it's just very fun family dynamic. I went into it. I was like, why is this popular? I'm probably not gonna enjoy it. It ended up being one of my favorites. I still think to this day that Lloyd Forger, who's the dad, is like probably one of my favorite anime men ever. I'm asexual. I don't really like either gender, but that Lloyd guy, he's like, oh man, I like that guy. He's cool. He's a great guy. He's very nice. I would say that he has the sensibilities of an ENTJ, but he's also not a jerk, and that's awesome. And he's a great dad as well. I thought Anya was a very like cute character, very cute child who is like secretly psychic and is like trying to keep her family together and knows all these secrets. And she goes to school and she's failing, and it's the funniest and cutest thing ever. Meanwhile, Yor kind of gets the short end of the stick. She doesn't get nearly as much screen time as you'd expect. I think I went into this thinking, oh, I'm gonna like this Yor character. He's like a nice mother, but no, she actually doesn't get a lot of screen time. I was actually kind of disappointed. I only saw season 1, by the way. I never saw season 2. I'm planning on doing it soon, but because Spy Family is one of my favorites, it's like I'm gonna bide my time. I don't know what there's this to say because there is story arcs, but they don't feel like, oh, it's the end of the world. Even though your main character is a spy, he has to infiltrate the government and all that stuff. Infiltrate this guy who I think he's Hitler. Honestly, I think the equivalent in the real world would be Hitler. But even though he's trying to infiltrate this very serious like war going on, it's very slice of life and it's very fun because like you just care about Anya getting good grades. You care about the parent-teacher conferences and all that stuff. You care about them getting a dog. It's like, wow. I will say that this is the first anime where there's a character that I genuinely hated, and it is the brother of Yor, because he is very incestuous, and that is gross. he's so creepy. I don't like him. This is the first anime that has like a character I didn't like, but he only appears for like a few episodes. It's not a big deal. But yeah, no, that was like, ew, why is that there? I think he's Hitler. Yeah, no, the bad guy. I think he's Hitler, right? He's supposed to be Hitler. The kid is my Anya. Yeah, Anya's great. This one, I remember. For Halloween I was Saiki, and I saw this girl who was Anya, and we took photos because we're like, oh, we're psychics with pink hair. It's so cute. I thought that was great. But yeah, no, Spy Family, 10 out of 10. I am actually gonna. This is really hard. This is hard. Which one do I put? Oh man, that's so hard. I never even thought of that. Saiki or Spy Family? What is better? I'm gonna say Saiki just because it's hilarious. Spy Family is like really wholesome and I love it. And these two animes like low key became my personality for a while. I thought that was kind of funny. Jpeg. So my favorite character is Lloyd. He's technically the main character, so I would say like Anya, but she's also technically the main character. I don't know. This is the first. Okay, what I really like is when the protagonist isn't just a basic anime protagonist, right? So like Spy Family and Saiki K are two examples where the protagonist isn't like super basic, right? So yeah, maybe that's why. Next up, I'm gonna be quick on this one because I don't think a lot of people have seen this one. It's called OddTaxi. I'm gonna Google OddTaxi really quickly. You're gonna see this. Okay, look at this, guys. I want you to look at what the main character is. You see what he is? So there's a running joke in this venture camp where me and Tam, who's one of the writers, she appears on the podcast. We call James a walrus because there's an edit of James being a walrus, and we joke about we go like, yeah, I am walrus, and that's the only reason I saw this anime was because it's a walrus. The main character's a walrus, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, no, it's kind of like Beastars Zootopia again. It's like anthropomorphic animal characters, but it's like super layered where it's like they have to solve a mystery. And, oh, there's a car in the background. How would I describe it? It's kind of like this is gonna be a really weird analogy, but it's kind of like Back to the Future, where every single character, every single plot point matters. Like it all comes back in the end. There's no like filler scenes where just something random happens. Everything has meaning, and I thought that was amazing. It's like this big murder mystery. It's also like, again, it's only 12 episodes, but I feel like unlike Danganronpa, it really the pacing really matched the episode count, and I thought that was great. I need to watch OddTaxi. Yeah, OddTaxi is really good. I'm gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it at 10 out of 10 because I'm gonna put it 8 out of 10. I don't think it's one big mystery instead of 5 ones. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, well, there's like little mysteries here and there, but yeah. I've never seen this. I'll definitely add it to the list of animes to watch. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's better than Beastars, I would say. but yeah, that's not fair because like I guess they are similar. They're like animal world with like a mystery going on. So I guess that is fair comparison. But yeah. Where would you watch all of these? Somewhere legal, I hope. I'm not gonna answer that. Beastars was great. The things I need to watch is ever expanding. I love Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is next. So as you can see, after these two, I was in a very short phase where I was okay. I will ask Tam for recommendations. Tam, who loves Yula and the spicy abs. And Tam recommend. Okay. Firstly, OddTaxi because the character's a walrus. And also her favorite is Hunter x Hunter. Her profile pic for the longest time used to be Gon, I think. So I saw it, Hunter x Hunter, and I was scared because I saw the amount of episodes. It was like 150 or something like that. I was terrified. Because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna watch 150 episodes because like before, like this Saiki was only like 20 episodes. Spy Family was only like 20 episodes. OddTaxi was 12 episodes. Like Hunter x Hunter, that's like 150 easily. And I was really also it's like older. It's like 2011, which for me personally, I'm less inclined to watch anime that's like significantly older. You know what I mean? Because like maybe my brain is like weird and I need to have like pop culture references here and there. But like I don't know. Hunter x Hunter, when I first watched it, I was told that the first arc, the first season, I guess, the exams or whatever, was going to be not that interesting. I saw it, and it was extremely interesting. I got hooked. I binged it all very quickly, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting. I love the main foursome, I guess, the main quad. I think I crashed, but what I was trying to say is that, yeah, these group of four, you can't see Leroy's head, is so fun, but after season 1, they barely interact, and that is the most disappointing thing ever, because, like, they're so fun together. It's just, it makes me sad. The last anime I watched was Soul Eater. That's on the list. I watched Fire Force. I don't know what that is. And while it had a good world, it was really mediocre to bad. Okay, never mind. It's not on the list anymore. Soul Eater was cringe was much more enjoyable. Oh, it's Poor Things, 2023 anime. I don't think I've ever seen an anime movie other than, like, if it's, like, like a part of the show, I guess. I've never seen, like, I've only seen, like, one Studio Ghibli film, I think. But, yeah. How long, well, I wasn't sitting on a chair. I was in my bed watching. I wasn't in my chair. But, yeah. My boy dad went out for some the dad is like, oh, are you talking about, Malachi, are you talking about Hunter x Hunter? Are you talking about Hunter x Hunter? But yeah, no, I don't know. I thought it was one of the big anime, the really big anime, but it's not even. Like, it's like in orbit of the big anime, but it's not considered one of the big anime. It is like underneath Bleach and Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I thought Hunter x Hunter, I don't even know what it's called. Is it called Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter? I don't know. Hunter x Hunter is the anime I adored. I never got to finish, but I plan to. I love it so much. And other than Saiki, High Rise Invasion, it was the last time I binged an anime. Yeah, no, the season 1 was really good. Arc 1 with the exams was really good. Arc 2 with the battle tower or whatever, that was also really good. We get introduced to Nen and I forgot what it's called. Like the magic. It's called like Nen, I think. And they can there were like 5 different classes. I thought that was super fun. Season 3 with the oh my god, I forgot the name. It's oh my god, they were like the spies. Oh my gosh, what are they called? It's gonna kill me. I don't know what they're called. The group of spies. The group. Spider. They're like the Spider Gang. With a Spider Gang. No. Oh my gosh, what was it called? Oh, it's gonna kill me. Phantom Troop. That's what it's called. The Spider Gang. The Phantom Troop. No, that third arc, the Phantom Troop arc, where they go into the city and have to take down the Phantom Troop. That was pretty great. And then arc 4 came, Greed Island, and it's basically Ready Player One. and it stopped being super interesting. And I do think that, again, it's because like it took like a very swift swerve where it started becoming very serious, very like noir, and then all of a sudden we're on an island and we're doing Ready Player One. What I like about Hunter x Hunter is that it's basically an anime with a bunch of different genres. You start off, it's like your basic shonen stuff where you have to study, you have to train. Season 2 is like it's like a battle tower. It's like a Pokemon thing. Season 3 is like noir, not really mystery, but like kind of like mafia-esque. And then 4 is like they're on an island and they do Ready Player One with like cards and stuff. And it's like, what's going on here? What's going on? I'm gonna do some research. So I forget half the name. I don't remember. Hisoka's awesome, except he likes kids, which is like not awesome. Hisoka's great. It's just he's creepy. He's so creepy. He's like the Joker, but a predator. Oh man. Zakura Ziddy says, "Good luck with your stream and hope you have a great day." Oh, thank you. Thank you. Steins Gate. We'll get to Steins Gate soon enough. But yeah, I think my biggest problem with Hunter x Hunter is that literally all of the arcs end in the most anticlimactic way possible. Like it is literally like tradition that they end the arcs in the most like disappointing ways possible, where it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna battle. I'm gonna spend 12 episodes training to defeat you, and then they don't battle. And that is very off-putting. Like I understand that thematically it makes sense. I'm not annoyed at that because it is thematic, but it's like, wow, it does make things feel like a waste of time sometimes when you spend so many episodes building up to something and then it's anticlimactic. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, let's not battle. It's fine. The only anime I ever watched is JJK. JJK is not on the list, but I plan on making it in my next year's list. If you want to watch an anime movie not related to series, Promare is cool. I'm gonna look up, what is that? Promare. What is that? Promare. That is oh wow, that's cool. Is that Francisco von Karma? That's cool. I read a bit of JJK, but not the anime. I don't know. Does anyone have anything to say about? Oh crap! What was the last one? Okay, no, No, my favorite character in OddTaxi. I don't think any of you have seen it, so I'm gonna be quick about this. It's the walrus because he's a walrus. That's cool. And also, he's a very layered character, even though he's a walrus. But yeah, no, Hunter x Hunter. I stopped after Arc 4, which is Greed Island. I didn't get to I forgot what it's called. It's called like Chimera Ant, I think, which is considered the best arc of the series. It's also like horror. It's very scary. Like all of a sudden they have to take down these parasites and all that stuff. These like parasitical robot ants. But no, I dropped it after that because firstly that arc is like 60 episodes, and at that point I just wanted to move on to something else. Not that it's bad. I will revisit it one day, but it's like, okay, I've already watched like 60 episodes of this. Like I don't want to spend another 60 on one arc, especially if it's not going to include two of these boys. It's not going to include Kurapika and Leorio. It's like they're great. My favorite character is probably this guy. You can't see him. I'm gonna type him out. He's like so cool. Look at him. He's so cool. He's like a businessman. You think he's like the fourth main character of the show. He's not. He's not. He only appears in season 1, really. He's not, but he's so cool. I love him. But yeah, no, I'm gonna put Hunter x Hunter I'm gonna put it at 7. I think it's fine. I'll put it above Beastars. I think that's fair. But yeah, no, I'm surprised. Again, I thought it was part of like the big like super iconic anime, but it's not. It's like if Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, all that stuff is Coke, Hunter x Hunter is Pepsi, I guess. So yeah. The longest anime I ever watched was My Hero Academia. Oh boy. That one I'm gonna get to. He's one of the best. Yeah, he's so fun. He's like a businessman guy. He's great. And he's tall, which is weird because like all the other ones are like kids, but he's like tall, and that's cool because tall people are cool. Next up, we have Mob Psycho. I think after Hunter x Hunter, I was like, okay, I want to go back to my roots. I want to go back to psychics, because we saw Saiki K, we saw Spy Family. I want to see a psychic again. When you said Coke, I didn't mean you were referring to the soda. Soda. Mob Psycho. I wanted to go back to a psychic character. I got a psychic character, and he's fun. He's an INFP. He's very quiet. He's very shy. He's like Daniel, basically. He's very reserved, but also very kind, very loving. But he's not why I watched this show. No. There's another character, and his name is Reagan. I don't know if you guys know who Reagan is, but he's the greatest character ever made, ever. He's, Breaking Bad? Saul Goodman? He's Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad. He's the same character. He's so fun. I love him. And Mob Psycho, and I feel like most animes have this problem where characters are really fleshed out in the manga, but in the anime adaptations, there's some characters you really don't know. Like we know Mob, we know Reagan, we don't really know the background characters. I think Mob Psycho is another example of that. Saiki, K, and Spy Family kind of avoid that, and that's why I like those shows. But some stuff like Ass Class and Hunter x Hunter to a lesser extent and Mob Psycho have this problem where the background characters are just kind of like, you know their names, you know their faces, but you don't know them. Right. Ronald Reagan, the actor? Yeah, no, Ronald Reagan is a... he's in an anime. I don't know, he's like Saul Goodman. He's so sleazy. He's like coming up with like tactics all the time to like con people. He's so funny. I don't know what there is to say about it because Mob Psycho was weird because like, you know, half the time it's like slice of life and half the time it's like, okay, we need to stop this thing from destroying the world. But like unlike some other animes where I prefer one or the other, I actually do think that this is well balanced in terms of the stopping the world stuff and the more personal story character driven stuff. So I don't know. And the animation is beautiful. The animation is really beautiful as well. The fight scenes are great. And like usually in anime I don't care about the fight scenes. I'm not really an action kind of guy, but Mob Psycho is like, okay, I dig these fight scenes. They're pretty good. And I like the gimmick where if he reaches like 100%, like his like rage I think reaches 100%, he'll like explode or whatever. I think that's pretty great. So you have to like constantly be on your toes. Oh gosh, I hope Mob doesn't explode. So yeah, sadly, out of the Psychics anime, the Saiki K Spy Family Mob Psycho trio of psychics, Mob Psycho is not near them. Sadly, I'm gonna say, oh man, I'm gonna give it a low 7. Honestly, like it has a lot of things going for it, and I love the dynamic between the main character Mob and the Saul Goodman guy Reagan. But it's really just those two characters. Like I feel like every other character falls to the wayside, and that's a darn shame because the world is so silly. Reagan is popular. Yeah, Reagan's great. I need to watch Kaiji. I don't know what that is. What the fudge was that? What are you talking about, Malachi? What are you talking about? Are you mad? Are you mad at my Mob Psycho take? You mad? All right. Next up, are you ready? Are you ready for the next one? No one is prepared for this one. Steins Gate. Oh my gosh. Steins Gate. I don't know if you guys have seen Steins Gate, but this was the anime that really I feel like every anime I have to like try to give it like a special superlative or something, but Steins Gate was the anime that made me go, "Oh my gosh. They can actually do visual novel adaptations, but like good." Cuz like Danganronpa wasn't good. Ace Attorney was like it's okay, but like this one was like really good. I need to watch this anime so badly. I want to read I feel like I have not read the visual novel, but I've heard that the Steins Gate anime is one of the best adaptations. Where if you just want to, if you want to get like the gist of it for the most part, you can just watch the anime. It's only 24 episodes as opposed to like 40, 50 hours of the visual novel. It gets the overall beats correct. Again, you know, characters are nowhere nearly as fleshed out, but it's close enough. I feel like when they made Steins Gate, they had anime in mind instead of let's do a 1-to-1 recreation. They thought no, we need to fill in the context for readers who've not seen the visual novel, who are missing context. You know, we gotta fill in those gaps. I literally only know about it because you don't shut up about that hat girl. I feel like I don't talk about her that often. Mayumi, I forgot her name. I don't even know her name. I think it's Mayuri. Never seen it, but I heard good things about it. Here's the thing with Steins Gate. If you want to watch it, you have to be very careful because the first 12 episodes are the slowest thing ever. Like it is so slow, you will get super bored. Like I remember having to muscle through the first like 10, 11 episodes. They are so slow. By the time you hit episode 12, you know, shit really hits the fan. It starts getting really intense. But I feel like there is a risk where if you get to episode 12, you'll be like, wow, I waited that long, and you just get burnt out. Does that make sense? Like, even though it's really good, it might be like, wow, I did not need to wait that long, and you get pissed off and you drop it. It's like, no, you have to watch the whole thing. It's really good. Today I'll watch OddTaxi and then Steins Gate. Be careful with Steins Gate. It's very slow. Just be careful. It starts off very slow. The second half is really well paced. I feel everything starts coming together, and it's like, wow, this is really good. I feel like most people say that Steins Gate is like, you know, Zero Escape, Danganronpa, Ace Attorney, all those visual novels. It's really not. It is nowhere near. Like, it is nothing like... Just because they're all visual novels that kind of have to do with, like, time travel and all that stuff and mysteries doesn't mean they're the same. Like, Steins Gate is very, very different from all the other visual novel things. My, such a odd taxi, am I right? But yeah, no, Steins Gate. Man, I don't know. Because like it's really good. It's one of my I would consider it one of my favorites, but it's also not like as iconic as Spy Family or Saiki in my head. I want to give it 9. Because I really liked it, but like it's not nearly as iconic. I love the characters though. I think like whereas Mob Psycho only really develops like 2 characters, this one develops like 3, 4 characters, which is like it's not a whole lot, but I mean it's more than 2 at least. So it's like a little friend group. You got a little friend group going on. It's great. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Steins Gate's great. Watch it. Go. I think it's one of the older ones on the list, but if you can put aside the slow start, it's great. Next up, we have Chainsaw Man, and I'm a little nervous about this take, but I was surprised at how short it was because it's not done yet. I think the manga is like pretty much done already, but the anime was only a single 12-episode season, and when I watched it, I was like, I don't understand the hype. Like, the intro is a banger with all the film references. There's like references to like Pulp Fiction and The Big Lebowski and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and that is amazing. That's really it. I think the premise is really good. I get the aesthetic of the characters. They're like wearing suits is really cool. There's like demons and all that stuff, but like I don't know. I watched it. I was like, this is what everyone's freaking out over. I don't know. I don't know. I was again. It's only 1 season right now because they're still producing it. But I was a little disappointed. I heard so many good things about it, and I watched it, and I was like, okay. To be fair, yeah, Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho. These are the 2 things that were recommended to me by my classmates. And Mob Psycho was like pretty great, but this one was like, I don't know how I feel about this one. It's like he can turn into a Chainsaw Man, but it's like that's about it. It's like very action packed, and all that stuff. I wouldn't even say it. This is like the first. This is one of the animes where I feel like some animes where it's like, oh, you like that character in the anime, you'll love them in the manga because in the manga they get super fleshed out. But this one, it just felt from the get-go, there's so much context I'm missing. I don't know what's going on. Why is this character so popular? They're not popular because of the anime. They're popular because of the manga. And I think for that, Chainsaw Man, I'm going to have to put it 6. I'm going to put below Ace Attorney, because at least Ace Attorney, because like, oh yeah, because I played the games, I like it. But here, okay, to be fair, if I didn't play the Ace Attorney games, I feel like it wouldn't be anywhere near this high. I feel like it would be a lot lower if I had no idea who the characters were. But since I know the characters, it's higher. Here, I don't know the characters, and I feel like it doesn't do nearly as well to fill in those gaps in my head. I think the premise is pretty interesting, but it's like, it's not super new. It doesn't do anything to really like be subversive or really change my perception. But yeah, so Chainsaw Man goes here. Next up. Oh boy, next up. Oh boy. This is the one that, so I said that there were 150 episodes of Hunter x Hunter and I only got to like 60. Here, there's like 140 episodes and I watch all of them. And the movie. And I have a lot of thoughts on this one. I have a lot of thoughts on MHA. So, I liked it. I'm gonna get canceled for this because I think like it's a really trash take to like this anime. One of my friends said it's like the Big Mouth of anime. Is that what it's called? Big Mouth? The really like cringy Netflix thing. But no, I really like MHA. I thought that the world building was really interesting. I really think that like superheroes in school. I know it's not super new. Like, you know, we have X-Men for example, but like, you know, in X-Men they're already like adults, and you know it's the school is really just like filler. Like they don't like do class stuff. They don't like really do too much of that. Whereas here, for the most part, there are moments where they're hosting a festival, right? They have tournaments. They're training. You know, they're coming up with superhero names, and I thought that was really great. What I don't like about MHA is when the plot becomes we need to save the world from evil. I think that is the worst parts of MHA, which is ironic because that's probably the main parts and the most like badass parts. But that's the part I don't like. I like it when the characters are just doing dorky school stuff, right? Where, you know, they're just doing festival stuff. Deku being a baby, yeah, okay, yeah, no, Deku being a baby in season 1 is like, okay, that's I understand that people don't like the anime right from the get go. Like okay, Deku's probably the most like, wow, this screams basic generic vanilla anime character, anime protagonist, right? I think Deku was the worst example of it. Hello, Devdas Gaming. Toga, who's Toga again? Oh, that's the girl. Yeah. So like, yeah, whenever they do like tournament stuff, like training stuff to get like their licenses or like to get their internships or to like come up with their superhero names. That is the most interesting things in the show. When they try to save the world and go on missions, I hate that. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't care. Just go back to the school stuff. That was funny with all the different powers and all that stuff and the different quirks that they have. Oh man. And I think it's not as bad as Ass Class, where Ass Class there's like 30 students and you only know like 4 of them. MHA there is 20 students and like you kind of know some of them. There's like the main like 3, technically main 2. And you like kind of know some of them, but like not really. And it's like they're so interesting. Though why don't we know more of them? Why are they background characters? Come on. It's like we have 150 episodes, and it's like it's at a point where I don't really know them. It's like I don't know, man. I just want episodes where they're just hanging out, okay? And we talk about the students' backstories, like, oh, I have these powers when I was growing up. I have these powers, and it affected my family, it affected my life, blah blah blah. Now I'm like in the the top class in Japan. It's like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stories there that are just kind of scrubbed aside to do the whole we need to save the world thing, and also Deku. So like I don't know. MHA fandom was nuts. I don't know a lot about that. I've heard that MHA is like the worst fandom out of all of these, but yeah, no. MHA is boring now. Yeah, no, during the last episodes, it was kind of a slog, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Who is your favorite character in MHA? I don't know. I don't even know who my favorite character is. I don't even know. Like I like Bakugo because he's loud and he yells a lot and that's funny. He's always like punching stuff. That's funny to me. Oh man. Yeah, this one was like 150 episodes. Like I would say that there's so much like lost potential there. It is very inconsistent. Like sometimes it's really really good and sometimes it's like really really like I don't care. But I pulled through. I saw all the episodes and it's six seasons that are all like 25 episodes long. So I think I'm gonna hear you getting canceled. Why am I getting canceled on Twitter for liking MHA? I don't know. Who's your guys' favorite Krishna? Is Krishna the rock guy? He's the rock guy, right? I think he's the rock guy. Okay, you know what? No. MHA class 1A tier. I'm gonna name all of them. Okay, I'm gonna name all of them right here, right now. I've seen like 100. Oh gosh. Oh god. No, their names are shown there. Their names are shown. Give me one without their names. No, give me one without their names. Okay, Deku, Todoroki, Bakugo. Shit, I don't know his name. Who's this guy? I don't know who this is. Kirishima? Is this Kirishima? I don't know the bird guy's name. What's the bird guy's name? It's like it begins with a T. It's like Tom Tamori. That's his name. His name is Tamori. This is I don't even know this guy's name. He's like the one of the more important ones, and I don't even know his name. Ida. He's Ida. This is Ochako. This is Momo. Shisha. This is Froppy. This is Frog. Sue. This is I don't know this one. This one, the electric guy, the stupid one. I don't know his name. This is Jiro. This is shit. I don't know her name either. It begins with an A. Asami. Asaro. It begins with an A. I don't know her name. It begins with an A. Amari. Whatever. I don't even know this guy. Who is this? This is not a character. No, this is the guy with tape. This is the guy with tape in his armpits. That's right. This is. He has a short name. It's like Ryu or something. I don't know. This is the French guy. I hate him. He's French. He's Oyama. That's his name. He's Oyama. This is Ojiro. This is I don't know who this is. Who is this? This rock guy. This is Hagakure. This is Sato. I think his name's Sato. This is we don't talk about this one. Anyway, yeah, no, I named all of them. I saw all 150 episodes. I can't even name all of them. Jpeg, do you work with men? What does it say? Meat? You work with meat. You do work with meat a lot because you're really butchering these names. The heart is in my face. The freaking heart emoji is in my face. I can't read. If you don't get canceled for hating the French, you'll definitely get canceled for liking this. Holy moly. MHA. I'm gonna put an 8. I'm gonna put it above Ass Class. You know, I'm gonna put it above OddTaxi. 8. Fight me on this. I like MHA. Fight me. I think this is the first like shonen. I don't know if you'd consider Hunter x Hunter. So yeah, I guess this is the second shonen anime I saw, and the second like over 100 episode anime, with the first being Hunter x Hunter. And this is the one that I was like, yeah, I like this, even though like half the time I get bored or don't care. Next up, we have Higurashi. Oh boy, so I'm gonna be brief on this because it's a visual novel, and I don't think many of you have seen this. But Higurashi is a visual novel where it's a bunch of girls who are kind of crazy, but also not really, but also kind of. That's the best way to say it without spoiling. It is very old. It is 2006, I think, so it's on the older side of things. When it is setting up the mystery, it is very interesting. When it is answering the mysteries, it's not nearly as interesting. I think that's fair. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna put it under Ace Attorney. I liked it. I enjoyed my time with it, but I think that whenever they solve the mysteries, it's a little underwhelming, right? I feel like these are the kind of stuff in Ace Attorney or Danganronpa where they say, "Oh my God, the bullet was in his shoulder all along." Where it's like you can get that done in like 5 minutes. Here they spent like a full season explaining stuff that could be explained very quickly. So I think first half great, second half very very slow. Higurashi, this is like the reboot kind of, and this one is a lot better. The animation is a lot smoother, and it plays on like what you'd expect from the first show. It really plays with expectations, but it has the same problem where when it sets up the mysteries is the most interesting thing ever, but then it spends like the whole season answering the mysteries, and I understand why, but like, oh my gosh, why? I just explain the mystery in like 2 episodes and then boom, and then go to the climax. Like you don't need to spend that long answering the questions, right? It is in the same universe as a visual novel called Umineko, and it has like in the visual novel format that is fine to have the first half be the questions and the second half be the answers. That's fine, but in an anime format, I feel like it just wastes so much time like answering questions that you don't need like 15 episodes to answer. You can answer them in like 2 episodes. So I don't know. I'm gonna put this one higher than the first Higurashi. I'm actually gonna put it here, low 7. But yeah, no, I don't know. These are probably the 2 most. Well, okay, maybe Death Parade, but like these are probably the 2 most niche on the list. I only saw them because I know that there's visual novel, and I wanted to play the visual novels to see if I can play them on the GGP channel. We probably won't ever because it's super, super long. It is like 200 hours easily, so it's not worth our time, sadly, to voice act. But yeah. Next up, we have Erased. We're almost done with the list. Do you guys know anything about Erased? Do y'all know anything about this anime? I'm curious because I have a take that if you guys know what it is, I might get killed for this. I might get killed for this. I'm gonna get some water actually. Go disperse amongst yourselves while we discuss. Ah. I don't know this anime, so I think you're fine. So Sha recommended it to me a long time ago. She was like, oh, it's very wholesome anime. It's very, like, it's just wholesome, right? It's also kind of a murder mystery. And I was like, oh, it's cool. I saw the first episode. It's really interesting. Like, the character, he has this gimmick where he can go back in time, like, before bad things happen. And that's all the positives I have to say about this anime. It's only 12 episodes, which is good because it's nice and short, but it has the most underwhelming mystery of all time. It's very obvious what's going on. I feel like the characters are like okay developed. They're not like the worst developed ever, but it's very middling. I feel there are a lot of characters that just appear in the first like few episodes and then they never appear again. It is a really weird habit of like just having characters be important for like the first 2 episodes. You think they're super important and then they just vanish. And the ending is really like anticlimactic. It's like what is this? Like it's wholesome, but it's like really weirdly structured. I know, but I did not want it. Be like Jpeg, keep hydrated. Don't be like Jpeg and sleep normally. I don't know. So Shaw recommended it to me, and I don't regret watching it. But I was like, wow, this especially coming after Higurashi, which is like it's very like middling. This was like not what I needed. I wanted something like to really palate cleanse the mediocrity. I guess like 6-7 isn't mediocrity, but I don't know. I'll put like 5. Like structured super weird, and I think a lot of the coolness would have probably been cooler if I didn't play every Zero Escape game, every Somnium Files game, every Danganronpa game where it's like you have all these kind of plot twists. Except here it's like super stripped down. This is like baby's first Zero Escape, I guess. That's why it's called Erase. It kills off the characters. It doesn't kill them. They just vanish. They just don't appear anymore. It's so weird. It's like oh, here's a character that you think is gonna be super important, but they just vanish. So I don't know. Erased. A lot of people like it has a pretty small fandom, but a very loyal fandom. But I'm like I don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like it was like I can't even name a single character from the show. I can't even name a single one. So. Next up, we have Fate Stay Night and Unlimited Blade Works. I don't think any of you have seen this. I'm going to be very quick about this. This one is garbage. This one is garbage. I didn't even see it in English. Because, okay, so I'm gonna briefly... Have you watched Trigun? No, I've never seen Trigun. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. I'm going to very briefly explain Fate Stay Night. So, it is a trilogy of routes in a visual novel. It's like a dating... It's like a dating sim. You choose which girl you want. So, when they produced this first one, they did not know if they were gonna do all 3. So they put like elements of all 3 in the same route. That would be like if you made, I guess, Toy Story 1, but you put like Jesse and Stinky Pete and Lotso and Andy Goes to College all in Toy Story 1. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. Like now it's like messy and there's spoilers and it's just super messy, and that's bad because the second one. Builds off of the first one, but like not the first anime. It builds off the first game, but like if you didn't play the game, then you're confused. So here is just a combination of all 3 routes, and here it builds off the first route. But since the first one doesn't set it up proper, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but it's okay, this one is not good. I regret watching this one. This one was a waste of time. The second one, Unlimited Blade Works, it was a little better. This one is like it's in a world where it's basically a battle royale. But your fighters are like legends of the past. So you can like summon like Hercules. You can summon William Shakespeare. You can summon like Jesus, right? That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept. So this one was pretty good, but like I was so burnt out by the first one because like it didn't make sense. That like even though this one's really good, I'm gonna have to rank it low just because of this one. So this one is only low because of the season 2 is only bad because of season 1 basically. So yeah. I don't even know where to put this one. I'm gonna put it here. Sorry, like this one would probably be better if this was the first one I watched, but since this is the second one I watched, and I was already like tired at this point. Boom. So yeah, Erased, Fate Stay Night, Erased, the 2 Fate Stay Nights, and the 2 Higurashis were kind of like not what I needed. So I got really burnt out and I stopped watching for like a few months. Summoning Jesus feels a little overpowered. I've never seen this. The only anime with knights I could see were Rise of the Shield Hero, and I could barely get through. I'm not really a big fantasy sort of person, so the fantasy genre doesn't appeal to me nearly as much as it could have. This one was cool. It just burned me out. I'm sorry, Unlimited Blade Works. You could have been better if this one didn't like if this one wasn't like the worst thing ever. Oh man. Anyway, that's enough of that. Next up, we have Death Note. I don't think I need to explain this one. I feel like I'm gonna be very basic, and I'll give it its own tier. I'll be very, very, very basic. Here you go. All right. I think that Death Note is the kind of anime where it's like you recommend it to someone who thinks anime is for kids, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever! Oh my god!" It's like Breaking Bad, but in animated format. The characters are some of the best ever. The writing is super smart. It's so hammy sometimes. It is so like over the top that it's just amazing. I don't know. I love Death Note. Kind of sad you didn't have any favorite characters in those previous. Yeah, no. Okay. Let's do it for fun. Here it's the blonde girl. Here it's the black-haired girl. Higurashi. It's probably the green-haired girl both times. And I think that's it. Yeah. My hero. Did I say my favorite? Okay, here it's the scientist guy. He's cool. He's a cool scientist. Maybe it's the cute girl though. She's cute. Did I give a favorite character for MHA? I don't even know what my favorite character is. I don't even know. Here. My favorite character is Bakugo. No, yeah, I said Bakugo was my favorite. Um, Off topic, but did you watch Trigun? No, I have not. I love Death Note so much. It's a good series, and help the Breaking Bad comparison is so real. Yeah, no, it really is like a bunch. Like they're trying to catch Light, who has the Death Note, who is killing everyone. We need to find out, and it's really compelling. Even the slow arcs, which I would like this, even the slow arcs are fun, right? And I think that's great. My favorite character is Light, hands down. He is like the most ENTJ protagonist ever made, and he's so much fun. He is so insane and over the top that it's just, oh my gosh, he's so evil. He's so evil. It's crazy. If I had a Death Note, I'd write the first name that comes to mind. I would write your name because I know your name. Your name is Malachi Johnson. You're gonna die. No, but oh my god, I love Death Note. Okay, no, for real. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm gonna give Death Note its own tier. It's my favorite, but I'm not gonna say it's my favorite because it's so basic. I'm gonna say Saiki is my favorite because at least I won't get called basic. But yeah, no, Death Note, super good. I love Light. I love L. I love Ryuk. The girl. I don't even know her name. It's like Mara or something. she's fine. Yeah, a lot of people say that the second half of Death Note is not as good as the first. You would like the scientist character, Mr. Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, no, that's true. He's not really, the Steins Gate scientist. He's not really a Doofenshmirtz. He's more like Rick, actually, from Rick and Morty, but like nice. He's like nice Rick. But yeah, no, Death Note. A lot of people say that after a certain thing happens, the last third of the anime is not as good, and I agree. I think the second third is, it kind of drops off, but like, it becomes, it turns from a 12 out of 10 to like a 9 out of 10 or like an 8 out of 10. That's not so bad. And like, yeah, those first like 10-ish episodes are like I binged all 37 episodes in a single day. In a single 24-hour span, I binged all 37 episodes. That's how good it is. This is the only anime that I really like binged in like a day, and I actually regret it. I wish I took slower. I wish I got to breathe a bit more. But man, so good, so good. All right, last four. How are you gonna do me dirty by writing my name down? Sorry, I gotta do it. All right, last four, guys. Oh boy. Oh man. Sorry, not My Hero Academia. One Punch Man. I did not like One Punch Man at all. I really did not like One Punch Man. I think if it was the first one, if it was the one I started with, and it was like a deconstruction of like the superhero genre, that would be awesome. But it wasn't the first one. At this point, I'd already seen like 150 episodes of MHA, so this one it didn't do anything for me. I saw it. I thought Saitama was really funny, how he just doesn't care and no one cares for him, but it was like, again, my favorite Saiki, so like this is something that I've already seen. The characters are not even really that existent. Like other than Saitama, there's really no other character. It's really his show, and that's fine. And a lot of the humor is just, oh, I guess that happened. It's just, I don't know, the humor didn't work for me, and like he's so OP. I don't know. Write Finn's name down. I'll miss you, Finn. I don't know. Saitama is like, he's not interesting. I don't know. The show didn't, like, it was so overhyped. I thought it would be like this amazing show, and I realize now that the person that recommended me Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, and One Punch Man are the same person. But like, I'm sorry to that person, but your tastes are fine. Like, I don't regret watching them, but like, I don't know. I feel like you could have recommended me so much more. I'm actually gonna rate this really low. I'm gonna rate this like low 6. I'm gonna above Little Witch. I mean, Little Witch I didn't even like finish. I saw like 6 episodes. Yeah, I'm gonna rate it under Little Witch. I'm sorry, One Punch Man. You get low 6. I think Saitama would lose. No, Saiki versus Saitama. Saiki would win. Saitama would lose. I also had the powers to One Punch. I would also punch the first person I see. I don't like One Punch Man. I don't know. I feel like out of all the anime that they're like super like iconic and popular, and like to an outsider they're like what people reference constantly. One Punch Man was not anything that I thought it would. I thought it would be way funnier, way more of a deconstruction, way more epic, and it was none of those things. So yeah, sorry, One Punch Man. Anyway, 3 left. This one is Death Parade. I doubt this one is super niche, so I doubt any of you have seen it. It's by the creators of Death Note. and it's kind of like this one was like a combination of Death Note, which is great, and Erased, which is not so great. But like not in the sense that it's bad, but in the sense that like it's a lot slower. It's only 12 episodes. It's more thematic. It's more like psychological. It's more like philosophical and all that stuff. It was a short watch, but it was a fun watch. It's not really. It's like psychological thriller. It's not something you can binge. It's something that's very like that's okay. Maybe very is the wrong term. It's somewhat thought provoking. It's somewhat interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'll put it above Mob Psycho. I'll put it above. No, I'm Beastars. I'll put it under Beastars. It's. I don't know. It's not plot driven. It's not character driven. It's more like philosophy driven, if that makes sense. It's very philosophical. That's what I'll say. Lastly, last two, we have Psycho Pass. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this either. I know Wince Media has. I don't know if Wince Media is still here, but Psycho Pass might have the best character ever written. I think the best like anime character in any of these kind of shows. And it's this girl over here, the short hair girl. She's the weird comparison would be like she's like Judy Hopps from Zootopia, but like in an anime. That's the best I can come up with. She's like Judy Hopps from Zootopia, but in an anime. And like I know Beastars has a rabbit girl, but like no, that's not Judy Hopps. This girl right here is the real Judy Hopps. She's like a cop who it's like they're in this dystopian science fiction world where it's like if you like they know if you're a criminal like right as you're born pretty much. Like they already know if you're like what kind of person you're gonna be, so like maybe they'll immediately put you in jail for the rest of your life, or maybe they'll make you like a cop, or like maybe you'll be a factory worker, maybe you'll be like a servant, maybe you'll be like a president. I don't know. It's really really cool premise. This guy kind of looks like Ryuki from the Somnium Files actually, but yeah, I don't know. This is like I'm gonna be really basic. This is Nick from Zootopia. This is Judy from Zootopia. It's just Zootopia, but with humans and also sci-fi and also like pretty dark. I like this one. I'm gonna put it under Steins Gate. It's 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It is a bit older. It came out in 2012, so it's on the older side, but it's very enjoyable. It's very gritty. It's weird because it's not. This one and Death Prey, the two that I ranked just now, they're not based on a manga. It's an anime only, so it's like there's no basis to base it off of, but because of that, there's no missing context. There's no like things that are lost in translation. There's no things that are just like lost when you translate a book to a show. And I think that's really great. Because like everything that you need is in the show. Like you don't need like supplementary material to understand motivations and all that stuff. And I think that's really great. So yeah, this one gets a 9. Yeah, this one gets a 9. It is my fifth favorite. And this is another one of those shows where you can't really binge it. You really can't binge it. It's like it's very dark and philosophical, and it's very thought provoking. You genuinely like think, oh my gosh, society is a mistake. We live in a society and all that stuff. And I think at that point, after Psycho Pass, because it was so psychological for me, I was like, okay, how do I follow up with this? And I decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna follow up with the anime that like that everyone has been recommending to me. Probably the most popular one, the one that's caused all this mainstream chaos, the one that is, I would say, the biggest right now, Attack on Titan. This is the most recent one I watched. I only finished season 3, so I'm not done yet. I just finished season 3. I think there's like 30 episodes to go. Attack on Titan. Where do I put it? Where do I even put Attack on Titan? I don't even know. I'm gonna put it at regret. I hate it. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know where. Oh no! I can't take it off regret. It has to be in regret. No, I don't know. Attack on Titan was the show that I've been referencing a lot, and all of my classmates in high school really loved this show. They were always memeing about it. They had watch parties and all that stuff, and they were geeking out over everything and the release schedule and everything. And it's just I never saw it. No, I saw it in Japanese, and because I don't really like subs, I was like, I don't get it. And then I watched the dub. After all this build up, all of these animes was so I could watch Attack on Titan again, give it another chance. I saw it, and I must say, oh my gosh, this is pretty great. It's not the best ever, but this was pretty great. I'm gonna put it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die for this. I'm gonna put it like high 8. It is just under MHA. It's in the same tier as MHA, but I don't know. I really like Attack on Titan. My criticisms is that Eren Yeager is the whiniest person in existence. He is so whiny. He's always yelling. He is. I feel like they're trying to make him an underdog, but he comes across as unlikable sometimes. I feel like it kind of gets into the action too quickly. And I know that a lot of people don't like build-up. I get that. A lot of people would rather have, the big fight scenes and the big conflicts happening right away. But I feel like we could have spent a little longer in their time as scouts, training to be, training to defeat the Titans and all that stuff. But, no, it's like by episode, 4, it's already, we're into the action. There's really one episode where they train, and that's about it. I was like, why? We can't have, just a little bit? I get that AOT, it's very hype. It's very action-focused. There's no time to just have slow moments, but I really think that it is missing those slow moments. Him and Deku have something in common. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, no, Eren and Deku are. Eren and Deku are both Eren's the weakest part in his own show. Yeah, no. My least favorite thing about AOT is Eren. Deku is not the worst thing in the show because there's a lot of things that are worse. But yeah, no. Is he more whiny than Yule? There's a character that looks like Yule. I don't know if you know who this is. This is Yule. Meowth. Meowth. What? Who voted for me? This is Yule. No, yeah. I watched the first 3 seasons of AOT and a bit of season. I've only finished season 3, so I don't know what happens next. But he looks like Yule. No way. That's racist. That's racist. Malachi. Yeah, no. Yeah, AOT. I'm lagging. There's one thing. Okay. How do I say this? Yeah, no. I mean. Yeah, no. It's an 8 out of 10 for now. If it wants to be in the top 5, it needs to earn it. There was one really epic episode I'm not going to spoil, but there's a really epic episode in season 3. The second part of season 3, where they have to decide between 2 characters. They have to decide the fates of 2 characters. I'm not going to say anything other than that, but I think that it made a lot of the characters really unlikable. I know it's a very epic episode, it's very psychological, but the character is very unlikable. I think the way they handled it, and that's what, that alone lowered it in the rankings. Just because, I don't think that was intended by the writers, but it just made a lot of the characters just not likable. Yes, Nymph is his catchphrase because he only said in one episode. He sounds like the one cat from Thundercats. It's Snarf! Snarf! So yeah, here's my ranking of all the anime I've seen. So in regret tier, we have Fate Stay Night and Danganronpa 1. In regret tier, in 4 out of 10, Danganronpa 3. 5 out of 10, we have Erased, Fate's Unlimited Blade Works, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. We have One Punch Man in 6, Little Witch Academia, Chainsaw Man, Higurashi, and Ace Attorney. In 7, we have Higurashi Go. We have Mob Psycho, Death Parade, Beastars, Hunter x Hunter. In I don't know if you guys heard that, but a video started playing. I'm a little embarrassed as to what the video is. I don't know if you guys heard that. If you heard that, that would have been... I'm embarrassed. No, I am done. 8 out of 10 is Ass Class, OddTaxi, My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan. 9 out of 10 is Psycho-Pass and Steins Gate. Number 10 out of 10 is Spy Family and Saiki, and my favorite is Death Note. My favorite is Death Note, but I'm not going to say Death Note. If anyone asks me what my favorite anime is, I'm going to say Saiki K, because Death Note is so... That's like saying, what's your favorite... I don't know. What's your favorite... I don't know. What is that the equivalent of saying? It's like... I don't know. What's it the equivalent of saying? I don't know. What is something that is so... Okay, that's like saying what's your favorite Disventure Camp Beta... Who's your favorite Disventure Camp Beta character? And they say Fiore. It's yeah, that's the only character. So, yeah. I've never heard such a genuine scream of fear. Okay, so what I accidentally played was a Shea Fearless video, Shea Fearless Productions video, where he ranks all the animes he saw the last year. So it started playing. I was like, no, they'll know my secret. They'll know who I'm copying. My favorite... Yeah, Death Parade's really good. I'm a huge Ellie hater. Yeah, Death Parade's really good. It's only 7 out of 10 for me. It's only 7 out of 10 because I said this before, but it's because it's more like it's less like plot and character driven. It's more like thematic driven, and that's okay. That's fine. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm more of a character guy than a theme guy, I guess. Here's Ellie. I like to pronounce Eli. He didn't make the first tier list ever. You're fine. Parade time. Warning. Death. Okay. All right. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Total Drama tier list. As you can tell, my voice is already. I'm kind of losing my voice, so I'm not gonna talk that much during it. But we're gonna rank all the Total Drama characters. No, we're not. No, we're not. It's too many. It's too many. No, we're just gonna do the reboot. We're just gonna do the reboot. Are you ready? Are you ready? I actually already made this list a few days ago, so it's not super revelatory, but here's my little tier list. This is only for the first season. I only saw the first season, okay? I only saw the first season. So I'm gonna get killed for some of this. Some of my opinions are gonna get me killed. Okay, here's my list. I only saw the first season of this. I didn't see the second one, so some of my opinions will get me killed. What do you guys think? It's funny how most characters cannot be ranked objectively a bit, since Raj and Wayne are the same character, but Raj is more depth. Raj is objectively better than Wayne. Z looks like he ate a 5-star Italian meal. Fine, it's decent. Here's my list. You like my list? It's pretty good. I think that Total Drama 2023, I think that some aspects are a step in the wrong direction. And I'm not saying that because I write for this venture camp. I'm saying this because from a standpoint where you're rebooting your show, why are you putting fart jokes when your old audience is already has grown up a lot? And I genuinely don't think that even 7-year-olds in 2024 are into fart jokes. I think even 7 and 8-year-olds are like, this is lowbrow humor. This is not what I want. I want sophisticated Phineas and Ferb humor, where they joke about science and all that stuff. That's what I want. Yeah, no, I feel like it's a step in the wrong direction. I'm not saying that because you should cater towards the older fans. I'm not saying. I just think that a lot of the kids nowadays aren't even into fart jokes. I don't know the kids of nowadays. I don't know. Maybe they are, but I feel like they see fart jokes and they're like, this is gross. I'm being pandered to. This is ridiculous. TD gets accused of fart fetishes, so they make a character's into women farting. Jesus Christ. And I did not even remember that. He's into women farting? I don't even remember that part. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh my God. Also, a lot of the male characters, I noticed a lot of the male characters are really just stupid. A lot of the male characters in this cast are just dumb. I think that's interesting. I like how accurate the Gen Z crowd is, though. I don't know, because on one hand, I don't like it because then the show will be dated in 5-6 years. It'll be super. Because Total Drama Island 2007 is already kind of dated. You can look back and be like, oh, that is so 2000s, right? And what I would have wanted is if they dodge those tropes where it's okay, it's not dated anymore now, but instead they double down and made super dated. So yeah, it's good for now, but in 5 years, I don't know. I don't know if it'll age well. We can joke about Revenge of the Island and Pocket of Island having very gimmicky characters, but at least those are not dated, right? You can look back and be like, what? This came out in 2012? What? You can't even tell. For the most part, you can tell it's older, but you can't tell it's specifically 2010. And maybe that's because the 2010s didn't really have too much culture. Maybe because the 2010s as a decade was very neutral. But I don't know. I feel like when I think of in 10 years, it's gonna scream 2023, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I feel the same applies to Gen Z's video. Yeah. There's and being dated is not a bad thing. Like we can still watch stuff from the early 2000s like Total Drama Island and be like, wow, this is a time capsule. It's very very neat. But I don't know. I feel like other cartoons like Phineas and Ferb and Gravity Falls are like, other than the occasional pop culture reference, you can watch them in any year and you can be like, wow, this came out like a month ago. But no, it came out like 15 years ago. For the most part, like I know that there are like pop culture references here and there. They're like, wow, that is so 2012. But like, I don't know. I do like how DC is to an older audience while TD is veering towards a younger audience. Yeah. Would you want? Wait, what's this? Wait, like the heart emoji in the chat is like in the way. I can't see what you're typing. Would you want to get tough with them with both the and DC sounders? Leave Pocketeo out of your mouth. I love Pocketeo. It's great. If it was me seeing episode 5, I would say, whoever made this episode, you're fired. Get out. No paychecks. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's weird to me that because like the reason why Total Drama okay, the reason why Total Drama Rama exists is because around 2016 ish, that's when people stopped using cable. That's when the only people who were really watching cable and stuff were like babies, were literally babies. So that's why things started getting super for a younger audience, because like teenagers and even like slightly older kids of nowadays stopped watching it, right? Now I don't know why the reboot is more so catered towards even younger children. Like, it's just a weird choice because these characters are teenagers, right? So you'd think that it'd at least be for the teenage audience, and it kind of is, but there's like sort of like baby fart humor. It's like, what? I don't think the kids of nowadays are even into that. And then, on top of that, now it's on streaming services. So now you don't even have the problem of cable is only for babies, because now it's on streaming services. Like anyone can watch on a streaming service. I don't know. It's just so weird to me. I'm not saying Total Drama needs to be like super sophisticated and talk about the nuances of depression and I don't know, death and all that stuff. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room, and they chose a direction that just confuses me. Radio Monkey says cable before 2010 went so hard. That's true. Feeling different writing. Why our style is different? DC doesn't feel like Total Drama. Yeah, exactly. I always watch Total Rama at night. Malika, how old are you? I'm curious. How old are you? It's because most teens are on the internet and TV. I feel like the reboot, while geared towards young kids, feel more mature than ROTI. Both feel like a target. Yeah, I feel like our Revenge of the Island, it's more cartoony, but it feels like timeless cartoony, if that makes sense. For the most part. Like I know Anne Maria is literally like Jersey Shore, and that's like pretty dated, but for the most part, I guess like Joe is also like that coach from Glee, which is also like 2010s. But like other than like what they're inspired by, you could like watch it and be like, this came out last year. Boy, you don't need to know. Yeah, this was back then. I remember in 2017 when they announced Total Drama. The community I was in, they were so excited, and then when they announced it was for Total Drama Rama, it was like everyone was so pissed off. Oh man, that was and none of those people are around anymore. I'm sad because like from 2016 to 2020 there was like this community of people who were waiting for a new Total Drama season, and it never came. By the time it came out in 2023, the community was long dead. And I was like, oh man. This cool community never got to live to see a live Total Drama season. That's so sad. They never got to see one live as it was airing. It's very sad. It's fine. Shh. I'm gonna make one more before I end the stream. What is this? Oh, I made this. Right. This is the one I made. Okay, this is the tier list I made like a few days ago. I don't know if you agree with this. I feel like Total Drama grew a new community in the reboot. Yeah, it definitely did. I'm surprised because I'm not surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because like I don't think if you were raised with Island Action World Tour, you're probably not gonna enjoy the reboot. It's like it's very different. It's not the same show anymore. If you were like raised with Revenge of the Island, All Stars, Pocket Redonkulous Race, it's weird because like that community is the one I'm from, like the mid 2010s community, the one that started with Revenge of the Island and ended in Redonkulous Stories. That like middle era. So there's like the old era, the middle era, and the new era. I'm in the middle era, and like a lot of those people aren't there anymore. It makes me sad because like I feel like the middle era you're more likely to like the reboot because it fits more the Revenge of the Island All Stars kind of silliness. But yeah, no, it's not a lot of people. It makes me sad. I'm the only proofreader, by the way. That here's a little insider information. Out of the Disventure Camp proofreaders, I'm the only one that likes the reboot. Like they don't like it. They're the old crowd. They're the Island Action World Tour gang. Okay, that's not true. I think Weister is also a fan of the reboot actually. So never mind. Yeah, me and Weister are the only two. The others they don't like the the reboot at all. Yeah. I'm saying that, and I haven't even seen the second season, so I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the second season of the reboot and I'll hate it. I'll be like, this is the worst thing ever. So it calls Some of Us Here classic. Oliver S tier. Oliver S tier. Oh boy. I feel like that's part of the reason Danganronpa's popular. So you're the outcast. No. Me and Weister are the outcasts of the proofreaders. I think we're the two youngest as well, but not by much. Not by much though. I think Weister's birthday is like September. My birthday is like July. So I'm older than him by like a few months. It's very 50-50 about the new series. I enjoyed it. It's the original series. Island World Tour reboot action Revenge of the Island. Where's Redonkulous? Where's All Stars? Where's Oh, never watched All Stars. Yeah, no. I mean, if yeah, I feel like if you didn't watch the seasons, it's not really worth it. Like they're I wouldn't call Pakuteo bad, but it's not worth it. If you don't like Revenge of the Island, you're probably not gonna like Pakuteo, so it's not worth it. I watched second. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a very ominous tier list. I'm gonna make a very ominous tier list of how much I write the characters. How much? Okay. Jpeg writes a lot of you. Jpeg writes a bit of you. Jpeg writes you a neutral amount. Jpeg doesn't really write for you. Jpeg, I don't know, barely writes for you. Jpeg no write for you. I don't write any of the host characters. Yeah. Where is she? Here she is. La 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 la. La 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 la. This is like little cute list of how much I write the characters. How much do I write? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's probably like this. La 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 la. There we go. Why is Gret not her new design? Okay, make of that of what you will. Make that of what you will. This isn't a placement spoiler, okay? Because as you can see, Lake and Hunter are like in the top, but like so it's not a placement spoiler. Don't big brain me and try to analyze this because this doesn't mean anything. It's really interesting to know how different people are from different characters under in the Nerd Family. Really? Danganronpa V3, they all got localized by different people? That's really interesting. I didn't know that. I thought Hunter would be at the top. This one's All Stars. I wrote the pitch for Hunter, but I didn't write Hunter. That's not true. I wrote the pitch for Hunter, but I didn't control what happens to Hunter. Does that make sense? Like when I pitched Hunter, I did not pitch Hunter fights with Fiore. That was not what I pitched. Like that has nothing to do with me. That's all I'm gonna say for now. It's cool, but some thought it led to biased translations. Oh, yeah, that's true. Multiple writers on a team. Here, it's not even like particularly like, okay, you write for this character, you write for this character. It's just like, here's the script. You add more character-driven lines, add more stuff that you want. You know, if we know that a character is gonna make it, farther or last earlier, maybe you can beef up their dialogue so the pacing is a bit better. Give things more, instead of, let's say, Allie saying like, "Hi there," she can say, "Aw, samesies," right? Just like beef it up, beef up the dialogue. Hunter fighting with Fury is something I'm gonna miss for sure. Yeah. So yeah, the pitch I wrote for Tess, Ellie, and Hunter. That's the one that's actually in the season. I'm so happy. It's all from my brain, except not the fighting part. The fighting part with Fury, that's not that, and also the fighting part with Allie, that also wasn't part of my vision. But that's okay. If it was all my vision, it'd be boring. So I'm happy that it was only like 40% of my vision. Having different people focus on more specific characters to check if everything's in character is so clever. Yeah, Tam, who likes you and his spicy abs, wrote a lot for Gret. I wrote a lot for Tess. It's great. Weister for Aiden, because he's the voice actor. Jace for Tom, because he's the voice actor. It's great. Did Allie really get a new voice? Yeah, Allie got a new voice. Ellie got a new voice because, okay, I mean, it's a long story as to why Ellie got a new voice, but her original voice actor was, I don't even know. It's okay. Firstly, she did something bad, to someone else. That's number one. Number two, she wasn't very good. I think we can all agree that she wasn't very good. She was like, "Yes, Hunter, I'm going. Stop there, Lone Ranger." And number three is she just didn't submit her lines ever. So there's a lot of scenes that just didn't make it because she just didn't submit lines. Like there are genuinely like a lot of scenes that are just missing from the edit because she just couldn't submit her lines. And she's a streamer, I think. But so is Tess's voice actor. Tess's voice actor is both Tess and Lake. So it's like, it's no excuse. Someone else is doing two characters. You're only doing one. But yeah. One person you can focus on so much, you can focus on character. That's what we like to do, is that we just type their names, and then we do like Command F to just see every time a person's name is mentioned. So let's say, for example, Derek. So we look at every script that Derek is in. We see if like his arc is consistent. We see if his growth makes sense. All that stuff, That's what we usually do. And sometimes that's how we win arguments. Oh, this character's inconsistent. It's like, no, Command F their name, and then just like look at each, their little scenes episode by episode, so you can like really focus on, really highlight their arc. That's what we like doing. I noticed that I tend to have biases to my own characters while getting less to the spotlight, so I have to go out of my way to focus. What would you do if she were here right now hearing you? Well, I don't even think she knows she's fired, so it's fine. I don't think she realized that she's fired. I remember, this is a little funny story, but I remember that she got like fired, and she was like, "I can't wait to be in the finale of DC2." She's like, "I can't wait to voice act in the finale of DC2." It was like I don't think you know you're fired. That was so funny, but also kind of sad. I felt like I felt bad, but also didn't submit her lines. So yeah, new voice actor. The new voice actor is great. I'm gonna interview her one day. She's great. Okay, wait. Before we go, I'm gonna read a list of all the anime I plan on watching over the next year. We're gonna do another tier list next year. Not gonna be nearly as fun, I don't think, because it's not my first time anymore. Now it'll be my second time. It's not my first time. But I intend to watch the following. ReZero, Code GS, JJK, SAO, Clanad, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, Demon Slayer, Bungo Stray Dogs, Tokyo Revengers, Food Wars, Promise Neverland, Kill La Kill, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan. Oh, I already watched that. Future Diary, Batum, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Maze of the V, Violet Evergarden. That's what I plan on watching in the next year. I'm lagging. So I don't know. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, I'm like I don't know if any of them will top my list so far. Ah! What is that? I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a video. Okay. My headphones are bad. They just randomly play videos. It's so annoying. ReZero is pretty good. Same with Promised Neverland. I was kind of messed up on someone on the team as a being a horrible person. I had this team effort, so you gotta remember the rest of the team. But on the other, yeah, the impact's still there in some way. Yeah, it's not great. Because it jump scared me. That's why I screamed, because it scared me. I didn't expect the video to play. Allie's new voice actress is absolutely killing it. She has done a great... Yeah, no, she's amazing. She is like... When I pitched this new Allie, I was really nervous because I didn't know... I thought it would be the Spanish voice actor, the one with the high-pitched voice. So I was like, oh, I don't know if this story will be like as good. But then, you know, genuinely, Allie's new voice actor is probably one of the best in the entire show. So it's like, oh, thank God. I'm excited. Very excited. Demon Slayer, Bungo Stray Dogs. I love those. And JoJo is brilliant as well. JoJo was recommended by the same person that recommended me Mob Psycho and... what was it again? Mob Psycho and Chainsaw Man and One Punch Man. So it's like 7 out of 6. So it's like it's gonna be good, but it's like I don't know. I hope it's like I hope it'll be up here. All right, I want an anime that's like 9 out of 10 or higher. That's really what I want. If any of you have any recommendations that you guys think I will be like, oh yes, you will think it's a 9 out of 10 or higher, then let me know. Cause I really want another 9 out of 10. Psycho-Pass. I'm on a good streak right now. I saw Psycho-Pass and I saw Attack on Titan. It's a pretty good streak. I don't know what's gonna top. I don't know what's next. I'm scared because I want to be in a time of my life where I'm watching like really good anime and not something that's lower here. Because like that Fate Stay Night erased Fate Stay Night again. Higurashi streak was not it. It burned me out. It really burned me out. That's why I saw Death Note and I saw this and I was like, yeah, One Punch Man, and then I went to Death Parade because I needed something massive, I guess. One Punch these fools. I can say she was good in season 3. That voice got me. Oh my gosh. How long have I been streaming? I'm not even that long, like 2 hours. Okay, well, before we go, does anyone have any thoughts on my tier list? Is there anything I'm gonna get canceled for? Is there anything that is so offensively bad that people will kill me? It's pretty good. Attack on Titan. Yeah, the Attack on Titan. Take a look at me. Please put it on Twitter. Death Parade. I'm thinking of some good animes to recommend, and I think your tier list is very iconic. You know what? I'm gonna move Death Parade. You know what? Here, that's what I'll do. Beastars had a disappointing season 2. Hunter x Hunter, I got burnt out by the end, and also Anthem. I'm gonna move it to 7 out of 10. Nope, sorry, I'm not gonna move it out of 7 out of 10. I'll move it a little higher than 7 out of 10. Stop being 0. Stop being 0. My OBS is bad. I don't know what's lagging. But yeah, no, Death Parade was really a victim of like not the greatest timing. That's what I'll say, because this was fresh off of Death Note and just before Psycho-Pass. So because it was like kind of sandwiched between two really good shows, it kind of goes in the middle. Sorry, Death Parade. I feel like if it wasn't sandwiched between like literally like 2 of my favorites, it would probably be higher. But yeah. I think like when I think like, you know, I feel like in a few like weeks or a few months I'll think a lot higher of it. How did you not get canceled for the testicles thing? You're too powerful. Powerful scream. Losing my voice. I shouldn't talk for this long. You think I would have better resistance to talking for a long time because I'm a voice actor? But no, I'm not. See, I'm gonna post on my Twitter, and I'm gonna say like, "Come at me," and I'll see what happens. I'll see if people hate my takes because they probably will. Where is it? Seraph of the End. Never heard of that. What is that? Seraph of the End. Main character looks like every other Japanese main character. Psychopath Season 3 goes against the series to a point. I don't know. Psychopath season. I only watched season 1 of Psychopaths. I heard that season 2 is not as good. I heard that season 3 isn't even dubbed. But I heard that the movies are pretty alright. So, I don't know. The reason why I didn't binge... I only saw season 1 of... I didn't binge it because... You can't... Okay, firstly, you can't really binge season 1. I feel like after season 1, you need time... You need to refresh your brain a bit. But also, it's because at that point, I wanted to jump into AOT. That was what I was like building up towards. If you can make yourself sound like a woman, I'm sure you can talk for a long period of time. What are you talking about? Twitter would be like, cancel GDP. GDP's going to just cancel Jpeg. You know what? Just for you. Spoilers for Your Turn to Die. Just for you, Wince Media. Actually, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't played it. I don't want to spoil for anyone who hasn't played it, but I don't even know who my favorite. Okay, no, it's my favorite. There we go. I was gonna do a tier list, but I don't want to spoil for the people that don't know what it is. I want you to experience the magic for yourself. You're gonna spoil everyone. No, it's not a spoiler. Is it mine? Did I make this? No, I didn't make this. What? What? Where's my tier list? I made one. Aw, man, didn't save. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Maybe do another stream. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not gonna do this, but here. It's not a spoiler. Okay, I guess it is a spoiler. The disappoint me, sir. I've not played it, but I've heard so many good things about it. I love it. Yeah, you need to play it. It's a really, really good game. It is so good. It is legendary. I'll show you this one, though. Why is it not HD? This is like the least HD thing I've ever seen in my life. This is disappointing. Here we go. Okay, that's a little better, I guess. There's a bit of a spoiler here. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a bit of a spoiler. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Okay, that's it. No, that's all you get. You only see it for a few seconds. I'm going BS tier. Don't do a thermistor and spoil everyone. There's a moment where it's your turn to die. Try to spoil us like he hates streaming. Don't spoil. Your Turn to Die is a great game. Both deserve. Yeah, it's only the first game because my friends haven't played the second game yet. We're streaming it as we play the second game. I don't offend Saw. I know what the spoilers is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a pretty big spoiler. It's pretty obvious actually. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, why is that there? That's a spoiler. It's the spoiler for Insomnia Files, in particular. Oh man, yeah, and it's such a good game. All right, I don't know what I'll do next. I'm gonna this was fun. So I'm gonna do another one, some other time. It's probably gonna be like best characters, I guess. Yeah, probably do like a best characters list. Y'all nominate some characters from these shows, and I will rank them. And like they don't even have to be like they can just be like super unimportant characters. I just want to see if I can name them. Cause like I don't think I can name some of the characters in these shows. I didn't even know the Hunter x Hunter gang. I thought it was called the Spider Gang. End the stream before you spoil something, you goober. Never. Alright, that's all for now. Goodbye. Goodbye.